Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Brain.
And I'm Anna. Thank you for joining us today. If you're someone who's always on the go but still wants to improve your English, this episode is for you.
That's right. Today we're talking about something super practical. How to build a daily English routine even if you're really busy. We know life can get hectic with work, school, family, or just daily stress. But that doesn't mean you have to give up on learning English.
Exactly. You don't need to study for hours every day. You just need a smart plan. And in this episode, we'll show you simple ways to add English to your everyday life morning, afternoon, and evening.
We'll talk about real strategies, easy habits, tools you can use, and even give you a daily plan that takes less than 30 minutes a day. Plus, we'll share some motivational tips to keep you going when things get tough.
So grab a cup of tea, coffee, or whatever you like and relax. Let's make English learning simple and part of your routine, no matter how busy you are.
Let's get into it.
So, Brain, before we jump into the morning routine and all the fun tips, let's talk about why having a daily English routine really matters, especially for busy people.
Good point, Anna. You know, a lot of people think they need big chunks of time to improve their English. But the truth is, it's not about how much time you have, it's about what you do consistently.
Yes, think about this. If you spend just 10 minutes a day learning English, that's over 60 hours a year. That's a lot of progress just from small daily actions.
Exactly. And routines help you stay on track. When English becomes a part of your daily life, like brushing your teeth or checking your phone, it doesn't feel like work anymore. It becomes a habit.
I actually spoke with one of my students who's a full-time nurse. She told me she never had time to study English, but then she started listening to short English podcasts every morning while getting ready for work. 6 months later, her listening skills improved so much.
That's a perfect example. Routines remove the pressure. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up a little bit every day.
Also, routines help your brain. When you practice English daily, even for just a few minutes, your brain starts to recognize it as something important. That's how you build fluency over time.
So the real question isn't, do I have time? The question is, can I find a few small moments in my day and use them wisely?
And the answer is yes, you can. And we'll show you how starting with your morning routine.
All right, let's start with the morning, because how you begin your day can set the tone for everything else. And the good news is, you don't need extra time. You just need to use the time you already have in a smarter way.
That's right. Let's break it down. Think about your typical morning. You're brushing your teeth, making breakfast, maybe getting ready for work or school. These are perfect moments for passive learning.
Exactly. You can start by playing a short English podcast or audio while you're getting ready. Even 5 minutes of listening can help your brain wake up in English mode.
I love that wake up in English mode. It really makes a difference. Sometimes I recommend my students pick one podcast and just repeat the same episode for 3 mornings in a row. That helps with understanding and remembering new words.
Yeah, repetition is powerful. Another morning idea is using English flashcards or vocabulary apps for just 5 to 10 minutes maybe, while drinking your coffee or waiting for your ride.
One of my favorites is to describe your morning in English just in your head. For example, while you're brushing your teeth, say to yourself, I woke up at 6:30. I'm brushing my teeth. I will have tea today. It sounds simple, but this habit builds fluency.
You don't need perfect grammar, just start thinking in English. And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes.
And if you write a to-do list or check your calendar in the morning, try doing that in English too. Just basic things like call mom at 10 or team meeting at 2 p.m.
Another great tip, change your phone or app language to English. So every time you check your notifications or open an app, you're seeing English words.
That's such a small change, but it has a big impact over time. You're creating an environment where English becomes part of your life, not just something you study.
So let's summarize a few quick morning ideas for our listeners. 1. Play a short English podcast or video while getting ready. 2. Use a flashcard or vocab app for 5 minutes. 3. Think or speak to yourself in English about your morning. 4. Write your to-do list in English. 5. Switch your phone to English.
And remember, you don't have to do all of them every day. Just pick one or two and be consistent.
All right, mornings are handled. Let's move to the next part of your day. How to learn on the go even if you're super busy.
Now let's talk about one of the most underrated times to learn English, those small moments when you're not doing much, like when you're commuting, waiting in line, or taking a break.
Yep, these in-between moments can really add up. If you're sitting on a bus, driving to work, or walking to class, why not turn that into English time?
Absolutely. If you drive or walk, try listening to English audiobooks, podcasts, or YouTube videos. Even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes, that's valuable input your brain is getting.
And here's a trick I use: listen to the same podcast episode twice. First for general understanding, then again to catch words or phrases I missed the first time. It's great for improving listening.
Nice tip. And if you're on public transport or sitting somewhere, you can also use apps like Anki, Quizlet, or Memrise to review vocabulary. You can even create your own flashcards with words you want to remember.
And don't forget, you can talk to yourself quietly while walking. It may feel weird, but it's super useful. Describe what you see. There's a red car. A woman is crossing the street. I'm going to work. You're training your brain to think in English.
Yes, that's called active observation, and it builds speaking confidence. Another fun thing, if you're standing in line or waiting for coffee, try to guess what the people around you are thinking or saying in English.
Ha ha ha. I love that. You can even turn it into a mini game. He's ordering a latte. She's texting her friend. I think he's late for a meeting.
Exactly. And during short breaks at work or school, take just 2 minutes to read a short English post, a tweet, or a news headline. You don't need to read a full article, just expose your brain to the language.
The key here is use what you already do and just do it in English. You don't need more time. You just need to switch your habits a little.
Let's give our listeners a quick checklist. 1. Listen to English during your commute or walk. 2. Use vocabulary apps while waiting. 3. Talk to yourself about what you see or do. 4. Read headlines or short posts in English. 5. Repeat content for deeper understanding.
If you can turn your downtime into learning time, you'll be surprised how much you improve even with a packed schedule.
All right, coming up next, we'll explore how you can sneak in some English practice even during work or school hours without interrupting your tasks.
Okay, so you're at work or in school, it's a busy day, meetings, classes, deadlines. It feels like there's no space for English. But guess what? There actually are micro moments you can use.
Exactly. These are the small pockets of time where your brain is free, even just for a minute or two. And with the right mindset, they can become powerful learning tools.
For example, if you're working on your computer, try changing the interface language to English. It's a simple trick, but it forces your brain to see and use English regularly.
Same with your phone. If you change your phone's system language, you'll see settings, calendar, messages, all in English. It's a great passive way to learn.
Another idea. If you're allowed to have sticky notes on your desk or notebooks, write down one new English word every day. Stick it where you can see it all the time.
You can also keep a small word journal. When you hear or think of a new English word during the day, write it down. Then at the end of the day, quickly review it. Takes less than a minute.
And if you're in a long meeting or lecture, you can sometimes challenge yourself to translate a thought into English silently. For example, what would I say if I had to explain this in English?
That's such a smart mental exercise. You're not speaking out loud, but your brain is processing in English. That's real progress.
Also, if you send messages or emails, try using simple English phrases where it makes sense. Even writing a short message to a coworker or classmate in English, if they understand it, can be great practice.
And during your lunch break, maybe read one short English article or watch a quick YouTube short in English. Again, it doesn't have to be long, just consistent.
So let's recap a few micro-moment ideas for busy workplaces or schools. 1. Change your phone or computer language to English. 2. Use sticky notes or word of the day on your desk. 3. Keep a mini word journal. 4. Translate thoughts silently into English. 5. Use English in simple messages or emails. 6. Read or watch 1 to 2 minutes of English during breaks.
All of these are small, but they add up. These are the hidden moments that most people ignore, but smart learners use them to grow.
All right, your busy day is moving on, and now it's time to wind down. So let's talk about how you can use your evening routine to improve your English.
So, after a long day, whether it was work, school, or just life, you finally get to slow down. And guess what? Your evening is actually a perfect time to add a little English into your routine.
That's right. Even if you're tired, you don't need to study. Just a few simple habits in the evening can help your brain review and absorb what you learned during the day.
One of my favorite things to do at night is watch a short English video like a vlog, a short documentary, or a scene from a movie. You can use English subtitles, and if you're more advanced, try watching without them.
And it's a great idea to watch content you actually enjoy. If you love cooking, watch cooking videos in English. If you like sports, watch highlights in English. Learning becomes fun and relaxing.
Another great routine is writing a short journal entry in English before bed. Just 2 or 3 sentences is enough. For example, today I was very busy. I had a meeting in the morning. I listened to an English podcast in the car.
Yes, that's so simple but powerful. It helps you reflect on your day using English, and it trains your writing without pressure.
You can also use this time to review your new words from earlier in the day, go over your flashcards or the word journal we talked about. Just 2-3 minutes is enough.
Here's another bonus tip. Think in English before you sleep. As you're lying in bed, ask yourself, what did I do today? What did I learn in English? What will I do tomorrow? Even silent thinking trains your fluency.
I love that. It's like giving your brain one final gentle push before sleep. And science says your brain actually processes new learning while you sleep, so reviewing at night is really smart.
So let's give a quick evening checklist for our listeners. 1. Watch a short English video or episode. 2. Write a 2-3 sentence journal entry in English. 3. Review your vocabulary or flashcards. 4. Think in English as you fall asleep.
These habits are not just easy, they're enjoyable, and they help you end your day with a win.
Coming up next, we'll talk about how to use weekends wisely to boost your learning even more. All right, so you've made it through the work week using all those smart daily habits, but what about the weekend? The weekend is your secret weapon to boost your English skills even more.
Yes, the weekend gives you more free time and flexibility, and that means you can go just a little deeper without the pressure of school or work.
So instead of just doing 5 or 10 minutes of English, you can set aside 20 to 30 minutes for something more focused. Maybe watch a full episode of a show in English or even a movie.
Or join an online English speaking club. There are free conversation groups all over the internet on Zoom, Discord, Facebook, and even apps like HelloTalk or Tandem.
Another great weekend activity is to do a quick review of your week. Open your notebook or app and look at all the new words, phrases, or topics you learned.
That's a great idea. You can also try writing a short weekly journal entry in English. Just a few sentences like, "This week I learned 10 new words. I watched 2 videos in English. I practiced thinking in English at work."
Exactly. This reflection helps you stay motivated. It shows your progress, even if it feels small.
You could also do something fun, like cook a recipe in English, or play a video game or board game that's in English. Remember, learning doesn't always have to feel like study.
So, here's your weekend boost checklist. 1. Watch a full episode or movie in English. 2. Join an online English speaking group. 3. Review your weekly learning and vocabulary. 4. Write a short weekly journal in English. 5. Do something fun in English like cooking, gaming, or reading.
Weekends are the perfect time to build confidence and have fun with English. Use them wisely, and you'll notice real progress.
Coming up next, we'll share some of our favorite tools and apps to make your English routine even easier and more effective.
So now that we've talked about routines, let's make them even easier with the help of some powerful English learning tools and apps.
Yes, the right tools can save you time, keep you organized, and make learning more fun. And the best part? Most of them are free or super affordable.
Let's start with vocabulary. If you want to remember words easily, Anki and Quizlet are great. They use flashcards and spaced repetition, which means they help you remember things long term.
For listening and speaking, YouTube is still one of the best tools. Find English channels you enjoy: vlogs, documentaries, interviews, and listen daily. You can slow down the speed and turn on subtitles.
And if you want to practice speaking, try apps like HelloTalk, Tandem, or Speaky. They connect you with real people from around the world so you can chat or voice message in English.
I also love Grammarly for writing. It helps you fix grammar, spelling, and gives suggestions to sound more natural.
And for learning on the go, Duolingo is still a fun way to practice vocabulary and simple sentences. Just 5 minutes a day can make a difference.
Here's a quick list for our listeners. 1. Anki Quizlet Vocabulary Review 2. YouTube Listening Practice 3. Hello Talk Tandem. Speaking with Real People. 4. Grammarly Writing Help 5. Duolingo Fun Daily Learning.
Try a few and see what works best for you. The goal isn't to use every tool, but to pick 1 or 2 that fit your lifestyle.
Up next, we're going to share some quick motivation tips to help you stay on track, even when life gets really busy. All right, let's be honest. Some days, even 5 minutes feels like too much, right? That's totally normal. So how do you stay motivated when you're busy or tired?
Great question. First tip, focus on progress, not perfection. You don't need to be fluent today. If you learn 1 new word or listen to 5 minutes of English, that's a win.
Yes, and here's something that helps me. Track your daily English activity. It can be as simple as checking a box or marking an X on a calendar. Seeing your streak grow feels really good.
Also, connect your English to your goals. Ask yourself, why am I learning English? Maybe it's for a job, travel, or confidence. Reminding yourself of your why keeps you going.
Another powerful idea. Reward yourself. After a week of consistent English practice, treat yourself to something small like your favorite snack, a walk, or a relaxing video.
And don't forget it's okay to miss a day. Life happens. Just don't give up. Start again the next day with a fresh mind.
So, to all our listeners out there, keep it simple, stay consistent, and be kind to yourself. You're doing more than you think, and every small step counts.
Coming up next, we'll share a real-life example of someone who made big progress with just a small daily routine. Now, Brain, let me share a story about one of our listeners. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah is a full-time mom with 2 young kids and a busy household. She told us she felt like she had 0 time to study English.
I remember that. Sarah started small. She began listening to our podcast for just 5 minutes every morning while getting her kids ready for school.
Exactly. Then, during short breaks, she used flashcard apps to review vocabulary. She also started thinking in English about simple daily tasks like planning dinner or writing a quick shopping list.
Within a few months, Sarah noticed a big change. She could understand more when watching English videos, and she even started speaking with a little more confidence.
Sarah's story shows that even if you're busy, small, consistent actions add up. You don't need to study for hours. Just find your moments and use them.
That's right. If Sarah can do it, so can you.
So, listeners, remember, progress is progress no matter how small.
Next, we'll give you a simple action plan to help you start your own daily English routine. No excuses. All right, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for, a simple, practical action plan. You can start today to build your daily English routine.
And the best part? It only takes about 30 minutes a day broken into small, easy chunks you can fit anywhere in your schedule.
Here's what we recommend. 1. Choose 3 times a day, morning, lunch, and evening for your English practice. Even 5-10 minutes each time works great. 2. Pick one tool or method that you like, maybe a podcast, flashcards, or journaling. 3. Be consistent. Try this routine for at least 7 days in a row.
Remember, it's okay to start small. The key is showing up every day and making English a natural part of your life.
And don't forget to track your progress. Use a notebook, calendar, or an app to mark each day you practice. Seeing your streak grow is super motivating.
Finally, celebrate your wins, whether it's learning 5 new words, understanding a podcast episode, or writing a sentence in English.
You're building a habit that will pay off big time. So, what are you waiting for? Start your daily English routine today.
We believe in you. Keep going.
And that's a wrap for today's episode on building a daily English routine for busy people. Remember, it's not about having tons of time. It's about making the most of the time you have.
Exactly. Every small step you take adds up, and before you know it, English will become a natural part of your day.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing it with your friends. It really helps us reach more learners like you.
And we'd love to hear from you. Send us your questions, stories, or ideas for future episodes. Just drop a comment or message us on social media.
Next week, we'll talk about how to improve your English speaking confidence, something every learner wants.
Thanks so much for listening. Keep practicing, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.